Hello, welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use an Xbox controller for Java Minecraft. This is a problem that I've had for a long time. I always have preferred the simplicity of using an Xbox controller to play Minecraft, but on a Mac you can't use Bedrock Minecraft, which I think is stupid, but anyway. I'm going to show you how to do it, and all you need is Steam and Minecraft, so I think it's a pretty good solution. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, let's get right into it. Hey, by the way, I show this only setting up for Minecraft, but it should work for pretty much any other game because it's not specific to Minecraft. It just uses Steam. So if you got other games that you want to try this with, feel free to. Let me know how it goes. Okay, so what you're going to want to do to start is open Steam, go up here to Steam, and then click Preferences. Down here at the bottom, you're going to see Controller. You're going to want to click that, and then scroll down to the bottom. Now you should see non-game controller layouts. This is what you want. You're going to want to click Edit, and this will bring you to your controller layout for any time that you're not actively in a game that's using controller support. This is what allows your controller to do any key presses or anything outside of games. And for outside of games, I mean any game that's Steam related. So for Minecraft, because it's not Steam related, it will accept these inputs. So you're going to want to click Edit Layout, and then here's what you're going to see. These commands should be empty. If not, that's fine. We can override them. Now, each of these buttons corresponds to the button on your controller. So what you're going to want to do is add command, and then on your keyboard, it'll show you what button you want to map the A button to. So that should be whatever button you use to jump. So that's space for me. Now B, which is my shift button, that's the crouch button in Minecraft, is going to be a little different. So this one's a little complicated, and that's just because in Bedrock Minecraft, when you click the B button once, it will toggle, but if you press and hold, it will crouch, and then when you release the button, it will uncrouch. And so it's still pretty simple, but it requires an extra step. So what you're going to want to do is click on the button, go to keyboard, and for me, the shift button is S. The other thing that's really important about the B button is that you're going to want to go into settings, and then down here, you're going to want to press toggle. What this will do is it will make it so that when you press it once, it will toggle this action. This way, you can press the B button once and it will toggle your shift, so you're crouched. What you're going to want to do is click the settings icon, and then add extra command. So I'm going to click S again, but for this one, I'm going to go back to the settings icon, and then go from regular press to long press. Now this is going to only activate this command when you press and hold the B button. So go back into the settings, and then settings again. I have found that changing this number to 125 works best. This is right around the length of time just after I release the B button for toggling. I think it's in milliseconds, but I'm honestly not too sure. But this will allow us to toggle it by just pressing it once, or pressing and holding and then have it be a toggle that way. X should be, for me, that's the throw item button, so that should be Q. And then Y should be open inventory. So my controls are different than yours, probably. So I use the F button, because I use G to move forward, F to open inventory, S to shift, and then A to move backwards. So my controls are weird. Now for the bumpers, what you're gonna want to do is add command, and then this will be your changing item slots in your hotbar. So you're gonna want to go to mouse, and then you're gonna want to do scroll wheel down for left bumper, and then scroll wheel up for right bumper. Okay, now for the menu buttons. So this is also a little strange. To start, I'm going to start with the menu button. This is really simple. This one's really simple. You just go to keyboard and click escape, and this button will pause the game every time. Now this button I have set to something different. This one's a little strange as well, but what I have this one set to is a shift click. So it's two commands again, like the B button, but this is to solve one of the problems that I'll talk about in a little bit. So to start, I'll have this activate the shift. So for this one, I'm going to click the settings icon again. I'm going to go to add extra command, and then it will be left mouse click. And then what I'm going to do is go into the settings for that again, and then one more time, and then I'm going to set this delay. I'm going to set this delay to 6. Now what this will do is it will press the shift button for longer than 6, and then it will click after that. If I wanted to move a stack of dirt into a chest from my inventory, I would only have to press this button once. This gets around the problem of not having the shift button to move items. The other reason I do this is because in Bedrock Minecraft, when you're trying to move a stack over, when you go into a menu system, your buttons change their layout. So Y becomes the move a stack of items button. And in this, you can't change it to switch the button layout when you go into a menu system. So this gets around that. The other thing that I will say is that you can map this particular function to other buttons on the controller, but this is the button that I have it set to. This is the one that I find makes the most sense. So I'm going to close that. Now let's move on to the D-pad. So the D-pad is really customizable. You can do pretty much whatever you want with the D-pad, just like in Bedrock Minecraft. You can set it to whatever you like there. I have my controls set to weird things. So I have this button set to look at my character, so that's F5. And then this button is set to switch item and offhand. For me, that's H. I think it's F in the regular control scheme. But for this one, I have it set to, for the side-to-side buttons, I have it move left and right. This is for when I'm building and I need to place a row of blocks. I can look at the spot and then stand sideways to it, and then I can click, move over, click, and I don't have to worry about moving back and forth while I'm doing that. So for me, that's Z and C. I've been meaning to find better buttons for that, but I can't yet. So that's what that is. And then that's it for the D-pad. For triggers, it's also really simple. For a full pull of the right trigger, you want to do left mouse button. And then for a full pull of the left trigger, you want to do right mouse button. This will line up with breaking and placing blocks. And then that's all that it is for that. There are other items here that you can change, but I don't have them set to anything. The joysticks are also really, really important. So by default, the right joystick will be set to mouse movement, which is what you want, so you don't have to change that. The click, I have that set to pick block, so that when I'm building, I can just press the button and it will automatically move me over to the block that I'm looking at in my hotbar. So that for most people, that's middle mouse click, and you can do that in survival Minecraft as well. The other important thing to note is that the left joystick behavior has to be set to directional pad. This is how you make it activate a key press every time you move it in a direction. So for up, you want to set that to the button on your keyboard that moves you forward. For me, that's G. Back, for me, that's A. Left is Z. And then right is C. So this is what allows you to move around spatially in the game. The next thing that's really important is you're going to want to have your shift button in Minecraft be set to sprint. This way you have easy access to sprint by just pressing down the button. So I'm going to do that. So that will be set to shift. And that's it. That's all we got to do. So I'm going to click back, and this will be set to our default layout. So I'm going to open up Minecraft, and then we'll see how that works. Okay. So here we have it. This is Minecraft, and I'm playing on the controller. So this is a really good time to change any of the settings that don't work for you. This is also made easier because you can keep Minecraft open, change settings, and then come back, and it will automatically update the control scheme. That way you don't have to keep closing Steam and then reopening, or closing Minecraft and reopening. This makes the process of troubleshooting really easy and fast. So as you can see, when I press the shift button once, So if I press it once, it will toggle, but if I press and hold, it will shift, and then when I release, it will release as well. So we've set up a shift click button, and what this allows us to do is press it once and move a whole stack of items into the next container. The reason we do this is because of the difference between Bedrock Minecraft and Java Minecraft. Of course, in Bedrock, as soon as you enter a container, your button scheme changes, so Y becomes the shift click button pretty much. But for this, unfortunately, we can't change the button layout when we enter a container, so we have to make do with what we got. But I've not really found this to be that big of a deal. It's just another button, and before this button wasn't set to anything, so I don't mind. The thing that I think is the most annoying part about this workaround is the fact that when we enter a container, we have our cursor. And this is not necessarily a bad thing, it's just a learning curve. But in Bedrock, when we enter a container, we get a cursor that will snap to the item that we're hovering over. And so we can either use the D-pad or the joystick to move around and highlight over items, but in this, we don't get that option. And so if you're like me and you typically use the D-pad to search and roam through menus and containers, then we're out of luck, unfortunately. So we just have to use the cursor, and it doesn't snap, so we got to be a little more precise with it. I found that if you change the look speed in Minecraft up a little bit, and you change the sensitivity of your joystick cursor in Steam down a little bit, it can help make it so that you look around normally, but when you're in a container, you have a little bit more control over where your cursor is. And I would say that this is the biggest con of the entire workaround, but honestly, it's not that bad. The most annoying thing for me is just having to learn a couple new buttons, and that's honestly not the end of the world. But yeah, anyway, I feel like it works really well, and it feels very much like Bedrock Minecraft, which is what I wanted. So that's fantastic. I would say the biggest cons are the menu system and just it being different in general, and the fact that you have to have Steam open all the time. And with that comes the fact that you need to allow Steam to basically control your keyboard and mouse, and that's not really that scary. It just means that they're like adding inputs based on what you're putting in. And if you do any controller support with that, you have to do that anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal, at least in my opinion. But if that's something that you don't like, then this might not be for you. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to respond, and yeah. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll catch you guys next time.